A cycling city. That's the promise made to those entering Oxford. But the city of the dreaming spires can quickly become a nightmare for cyclists, sometimes with fatal consequences.
We still have a higher rate of cycling than a lot of other places, but I know far too many cyclists who are very reluctant to use their bikes on a day-to-day basis because they don't feel safe.
Since 2020, 5 cyclists have died in incidents on the road here, and 4 of them were women. So is Oxford really a cycling city for everyone?
Most of the people killed in Oxford recently, typically women, they've been killed by heavy goods vehicles. So why are heavy goods vehicles, driving around a historical city centre? But there needs to be also more regulation around that. But heavy vehicles and cyclists don't mix very well.
For researchers, it's hard to tell if this gender gap in deaths here is a sad coincidence or part of a worrying bigger picture.
I do think one thing, though, is that it's important to sort of use this to turn round the gaze and not just to focus on the victims, but actually to focus on the cause of danger. And we know that HGV design is really quite lethal for people walking or cycling. And also, if we look at the risk posed by gender, it's interesting. I worked on a paper with some colleagues looking at this, and we found that, across most types of transport, men posed several times higher risk than women for that type of transport.
But for some female cyclists, it's not just motorists threatening their place on the road.
Some guy in a high-speed racer with matching lycra shorts buzzes me, does circles around me and shouts at me, "That's no way to ride a bike, this is what you have to do," and overtakes me, and then he's weaving in and out of the traffic rather than staying in the lane, behind the car in front, obeying the highway code. Always a male cyclist, always full of opinions, always trying to tell you what to do, and always showing off.
The recent death of pharmacologist Dr. Lingfels on this roundabout reinvigorated the cyclist safety movement, with many calling for action now. They hope that with changes to infrastructure and training, the cycling city will one day live up to its name, leaving scenes like this in the past.